So, if you look at this picture here, so Kamal, come up to this side here. Draw the compositional lines you see interesting on this man here. You can just point to it, yeah.
Here.
Uh-huh.
And the silhouette, of course, with the cigarette in the hand. In this diagonal.
Yep. How about here?
First of all, the hair
Yep.
and this line. Of course, this.
Alright, now come here. And then draw this here. Oh, very precise. Nice one here. Okay, so I'm going to give you a very difficult challenge. Okay? So, which one is your favorite, Kamal?
First one.
First one, okay? This one's your favorite? Why is it your favorite? Describe to the class why this is your favorite.
Because of this. He's so distracted from this very abstract background. Yeah?
Talk to the class, talk to the class. So why do you like this picture?
It's very authentic expression, I guess. And this abstract background makes it really strong.
All right, now I'm going to give you a very fun challenge.
Yeah.
Memorize this picture,
Yeah.
because I'm going to have you draw the picture.
I should draw the picture.
Yeah. So memorize the picture. Once again. And what you can do, here, draw this for a second. Do a reference sketch. Draw that image on a piece of paper. Alright. Alright. Draw more detail. You're gonna have to draw it again. Draw more detail. This is gonna be a challenge. Oh man, this is so cool. Wait. Alright, so that's your reference image, okay? Alright, I'll let you look at it one more time. This is what the image looks like. Now, alright, you have to draw the image now. Right. You can refer your image too. Cheaters.
It's like a
Oh!
Santa Claus.
Oh, pretty good. So,
Oh yeah.
oh, that's actually pretty good. Yeah.
The cigarette is not so precise.
All right, you have fun.
Smoking.
Now the artiste comes up. Let's have you do the same. Now, on a piece of paper, draw your own picture. Draw that. Wait, we can do the, yeah, go for it. Isn't this so exciting?
Yeah.
So that's the image.
He studied it the whole night. Yeah, he's very precise.
Very precise. And at the end, we're going to do a vote. Who made the better picture?
Don't forget
Come on,
cigarette.
Oh yeah, don't forget the cigarette. Oh, Kamal's giving him some tips now. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, so that is the reference image, and this is the drawing. That's pretty good. Okay. So now, so that's. Okay. Comme ça?
Ouais, comme si comme ça.
Wait, why are you going? Come back, come
Ah,
back.
ok, ok.
Pretty cool. Okay. Now.
Drawing, okay.
Oh, and then I can share the rest of the class. Here, you guys could look at the picture and see how well he does. Oh, are you sure it look like? Are you sure? Are you sure?
Come on.
Oh, you step back?
No, I'm doing.
Oh.
Ooh, I've never seen so much precision. Ooh, the sexy lines, so bold and full of confidence. Don't hesitate. Remember, we learned not to hesitate. Are you sure there was smoke?
No.
He's got some hair. That's good. Keep going. Oh, he's got the eyes. Nice. Huh?
This is the end. Okay, sure.
Alright, pretty good. Okay. Let's see. Oh, it looks like actually.
Yeah,
It actually looks like it. Well, actually, it looks like it lines up pretty well. That versus. Whose lines up better? Alright, so who wins? So, does that line up better? Does that line up better? What do you guys think? Okay, you give Kamal 10% of all royalties. Yeah! You know, but once again, looking at all these different compositions, I think this is actually one thing I really like about looking at the photos from Pierre is that I think there's a quite distinctive style. It looks very cinematic. So maybe here, if you want to brand yourself, you could be like a cinematic visual artist, right? So you can even see here, the reason why it's nice to look at your pictures as small thumbnails, it allows you to abstract your images in terms of the compositions, the shapes, and the forms. So even when I'm looking at these pictures, I think they're awesome because you can immediately see all the nice graphical shapes and forms. Right here. So even if you look at this as a small thumbnail, you can see the composition works, right? Even looking down here, at this guy here, the composition works, right? And you can see in terms of how big the subject is in the background of the scene, it's actually pretty consistent in terms of the style. Then, you know, this is going to be Eric's version of this. Even you can see these lean lines, the subject here, right? And you can just notice how big the subject's face is. And then you can see all the images. And lastly, what I really love about this image, my favorite part of this picture actually, is this little curve here. That curve there is so elegant. And not only that, but you can see this woman. Do you see all these curls? And that's actually the nice thing with one thing about photos of people and pictures, is that the more curls they have and the more round shapes they have, it's much more engaging and edgy. So even here, you can see her circular glasses, the circular lips, the cheeks here, all the circles here. So the more circles you can add to the frame, essentially better. So in terms of the composition, this is actually quite interesting, is that all these other pictures you shot were more sharp and angular, whereas this picture here in the bottom left corner, you have more curves here through the compositions. So when you're judging whether your pictures, which ones are the best ones or not, one thing to consider is, what kind of style am I trying to go for? Because here, this picture, once again, you have all these dynamo shapes here. Here, this image is a little more curved. Here, it's very dynamic, like kind of Mad Men, kind of film noir thing. But I think this picture of yours, Pierre, of the woman with the curved hair, to me is actually, I think, your best picture, because it's the much more soulful, the dynamic, the epic light in her face, and also quite like these colors you have. It's quite monochromatic color. Because the only colors you see is, what colors do you guys see? Kind of bluish, cold colors, and then kind of this purple color. So to me, this almost feels like film noir meets like Blade Runner colors, kind of desaturated colors. Yeah, so my suggestion is, when it comes to your photos, the way for you to take your photos to the next level here, try to integrate more curves and diagonals and shapes and forms. And even the truth is, man-made architecture, it's all, they call it Euclidean, like, the geometry guy Euclid. He thought everything was straight shapes and forms, but in reality, if you look at nature, there's no straight lines in nature. It's all curves. It's all dynamic and all flows. So ultimately, in your photos, the more you can add more curves and lines and shapes and forms, the better. Great job, Pierre.